Hello everyone. In this class, we will discuss about the types of support and the reaction comes from the support. So why it is necessary to understand about the support? In our previous class, we have discussed about the structure is a determinate or indeterminate one. So the structure is indeterminate or determinate will be known from the equation of equilibrium. Now the question arises, what is equation of equilibrium? Equation of equilibrium is nothing but the summation of forces acting in horizontal direction must be 0, summation of forces acting in vertical direction must be 0 and summation of movement must be 0. To satisfy the equation of equilibrium, we need to understand about the support and the work of support. What does this support do? So in this class, we will discuss about 5 types of support. We will understand about fixed support, roller support, pin or hinge support, simple support and link support. So now the question is, yes, we can understand the support, but how support is related to these types of forces? How? So to know the relation between support and force, we need to understand about reaction. So how reaction is connected with support? So supports, what does supports do? Supports does nothing, just controls or resist the load. To resist the load comes from the externally. Structures or the supports can resist it by reaction. We know that from Newton's third law that every action has equal and opposite reaction. Similarly, the support gives similar reaction or same reaction to the load applied in it. So, when the load is applied on any structure or any support, that will do what? That will deform the structure or it can move the structure. So what does supports do? The supports can resist the movement or resist the deformation of the structure. So we will understand that from this diagram. Here this has a type of support. I will discuss about this diagram later. Now, okay. So here you can say we have reactions. The force applied is P and the reaction will come at the end of the support. The force will be acting on the center, but the reaction will occur at the point of support. So for the different kind of supports, we can have different reactions. All the supports will not take all the load, or we can say different supports have different reactions. Different supports have different reactions. Similarly, for that we need to understand which support gives what amount of reaction. So to understand that, let's go for the fixed support. What is a fixed support? Fixed support means it is fixed at every end. So here you can see from this diagram, this support is fixed from this type of end. Like you can say, just we have a beam and it is fixed support. Fixed support means what it will do? It will the reaction will come, like it can resist the force or it can resist the load in 3 directions, in horizontally, or you can say vertically, or you can say rotationally. Okay, what is that meaning? So here you can see this is the diagram showing fixed support. So here the column or the beam you can see can't move in horizontal direction, in vertical direction, or it cannot rotate in any direction. So it is called as fixed support. That means if it resists the forces in all three directions, so it has the reactions is equals to 3. Now you can understand that if it resists the horizontal force or the support is not moving along horizontal direction, that means it has reaction in horizontal direction. Similarly, if the support is not moving along vertical direction, that means it has reaction in vertical direction. So you can see it cannot rotate. Here it is not possible to rotate in any direction. So it is also giving reaction to what? Rotation. That means movement is here. So vertically, horizontally and movement. It gives reaction in three directions. So here you can say the fixed support gives three reactions. Next is your what? Pin or hinge support. What does mean pin and hinge support? So the best example for pin or hinge support is your hinge in a door. We can see in our day-to-day life this thing. So it is a type of support that allows rotation but prevents translation. Like this hinge can rotate. It can rotate from left to right or right to left, or you can say it can rotate from clockwise or anti-clockwise direction. But if I try to move this, or if you try to the fixed end of a door from one place to another place, is that possible? This is not possible. Or you can say if I try to move this vertically, is that possible? No. So it allows reaction in only one direction, that is, sorry, it allows or it gives reaction in two directions. One is horizontally it gives reaction, that's why it can't move horizontally. Similarly, vertically it gives reaction, that's why it can move. We are counting what? The reaction. So here in case of pin joint, the reaction is 2. Can you understand this thing? Like if the door can move horizontally, that means it is not giving reaction in horizontal direction. But we know that a door cannot move horizontally or it cannot move vertically, but it can rotate. It can open and close so that it is rotating. So it is giving reaction in horizontal and vertical direction. That means the reaction in a pin support or hinge support is 2. Next, you can say what is the difference between pin and hinge support. So you can say similarly, pin support is not controlling the rotation. Pin support has not power to prevent what? The movement. The movement is possible in case of pin support. Okay, it allows the rotation. The biggest difference between pin and fixed support is the fixed support prevents rotation, but pin support allows rotation. Okay, the similarity is it prevents translation and it also prevents translation, but it allows rotation, but it doesn't allow rotation. So the reaction comes from fixed end is movement, is horizontal direction, that is Rx, in Ry, that is in vertical direction. But here in case of pin support, only two, Rx and Ry are coming from pin support. Next we will go for the roller support. Okay, so roller support does what? It does prevents the vertical direction. You can see here it is a roller. So in case of roller support, it prevents the vertical force. It prevents the vertical one. And here you can see allow the structure to move horizontally. Here it can move in this direction and it can move in this direction. So it is not preventing or it is not giving reaction in horizontal direction. So what is the issue? So here the reaction is not done. In case of vertical direction, the reaction is occurs. In case of movement or the rotation, what happens? While restrained vertical movement, it is allows a horizontal movement only. That means it can rotate and it can move horizontally. So when we calculate about the reaction, only one, that is in vertical direction. You can understand now. You can see the roller here. So in a roller, it can rotate, it can move horizontally, but it can't move vertically. So the reaction is 1. Here this is the diagram, or you can say when we go for the numerical, we can draw this type of structures. To know how the roller support looks like, we simply draw like this. We need to remember these structures. Simply in case of pin support, we can draw the hinge door of the diagram. So we simply draw like this. This is an example of pin support. And fixed support is nothing like we can draw like this. So allowed movement. Allowed movement means in case of fixed support, there is no allowance. Fixed support means it is a rigid one. It can't allow in move any direction. So in horizontally, vertically, movement wise, it is not allowing to move in any direction. So here the fixed support is reaction is 3. But in case of pin support, it is allowing in rotations, but it is not allowing horizontally, vertically and horizontally. So it has reaction 2. And in case of rotation, it is so smooth, like it is not allowing in vertical direction, but it is allowing horizontally and rotationally. So it has the reaction 1. Now we will go for simple support. What is the meaning of simple support? Simple support, you can see here, it is the support depend on another support, or else you can say a type of support that allows a structural member like beam to rest on another structure. Simple support, simply you can say it is a dependent one. It depends on another support to rest, but doesn't restrain it from rotating or moving horizontally. So this is, wait, yeah. So this is a type of support that it can only resist the forces in vertical direction. If the force comes like this, it can control it. But this is the type of reaction. If you can say here is the support and this is what? Another support. This is the example of simple support. You can say it can move horizontally and it can rotate, but it cannot move vertically because it has another support. So here also the reaction is 1 because it can restrain in only one direction. Only the vertical direction it has reaction, otherwise it can move freely in two directions. Like you can say horizontal and rotation is possible in case of simple support. Next is your link support. What does link support do? Similarly, link support is similar kind of what? The simple support. You can see here, one support is here and another is what? Depending on the other support. So, in case of link support, the reaction comes from only axial. In the direction of support, the link support resists the force. So, here also the reaction is 1. So, here link support gives reaction in which direction? Axially. Okay. Link is nothing but depending upon another support and axially resist the force is called as link support. So, it is a connecting element or fixed point or another element. One end is fixed, another is linked with other support. So, in this class, we have discussed about 5 kind of supports and their reactions. In our next class, we will solve numerical with these supports. Thank you so much.